Well, today we have here what is this device to which we are going to be able to recover it in a very easy and simple way. In this video tutorial we are not going to use the PC. We are going to use a method completely without a PC. What are we going to do? Well, we are going to see the video tutorial step by step without having to advance it. First of all, we are going to connect to a Wi-Fi network. We also want to tell you what we have left. Other methods, other video tutorials both for PC or without PC, we have left it in the description of the video. For those people who also want to try and other different methods can apply it. Seeing the video of the description. As we can see, we are going to connect what is to a Wi-Fi network. Before starting to do what is this process, we click here all the terms previously we could enter directly what was policy and privacy, and from here we could not share. What was our methods? Be it sharing the lines, but here we can see that here we can enter. We enter and it takes us nowhere. Previously when we clicked here it took us to what was the option to be able to share and to be able to enter our device. But this sharing function is no longer working. Neither is what is the method that we entered to emergency call and from there we got what was Google Maps. That function is no longer working either where we got Google Maps. Then we could enter from there and we were going to recover our device. But do not worry, now we are going to bring a totally different method. A totally updated method so that you can apply it and you can recover your device. We are going to click next. We are going to connect to a Wi-Fi network before starting this process. As we can see here we have what is this little padlock on the left side. Top we have the padlock, we are going to recover it completely. Well, since we are connected we are going to give our device a tour. So that you can see that our device is totally blocked since it has a screen lock as well as the forgotten Google Gmail account. How are we going to be able to enter our device? We are going to use a totally different method to be able to recover our device. Whether it has a screen lock or the forgotten Gmail account. As we had said from the beginning of the video, we have other totally different methods in the description of the video. And in the first pinned comment, we had also said that the methods of sharing are entering by emergency call where we got what was Google Maps. Those functions are no longer working. Here it asks us for a lock, here below we get the Google account. That is why it is always recommended that when we can forget the pattern or password that we have on our device, we format it. After having formatted it, it asks us again for the screen lock, but here it gives us the option to add our email. That is why when we create an email it is advisable to share this. Add it, write it down in a notebook, or if not, add it also in another device of a relative so that we cannot happen this, because if we forget the password we can write the email, we click on forget and it sends us a code to the same email. If you have it open on another device it will give you access just by touching the screen. It also gives us the option here to be able to add a phone number. As we can see here, we can recover the device via Gmail or the phone number. There are two options. Also, when we create an email also, it gives us the option to add an alternative email. We can add an alternative email, already given in that case that we forget. We can also recover it through the alternative email. We are going to click here on forget. Here we are going to write anything. We click next here, we write anything. Here we are also going to write anything. Here we are going to do this for about 30 seconds. After those 30 seconds have passed, we are going to return to what is the beginning. And then complete what is the recovery process of our device. Always recommended. Watch the step-by-step video tutorial so that you do not miss any details and can give a solution to the recovery of your cell phone. Ready, said. That since we have passed that time, then what we are going to do? We are going to use a SIM card blocked with a PIN code. But we are no longer going to enter through Google Maps. We are no longer going to use that Google Maps function. We are going to use a totally different method. It would no longer be Google Maps, but we are going to enter now through this option. We are going to explain where we are going to enter. We are going to enter here. We are going to remove the SIM card. We withdraw, we go down here and we are going to enter here for the date. We are going to enter for the date. Sometimes you usually get a calendar. I say we are going to enter through the calendar. Sometimes you usually get an alarm. Do not worry. Take it out SIM card and enter it again. Then you are going to remove it and you are going to enter. I say you are going to enter the screen lock code, I mean the pin lock. Then you are going to click here. You click here, you are going to wait for this image to load. Then you click on the 3 dots, you are going to click here on share. Then you are going to look for the message here, select the message, you give it the message. Then write anything here. Select here, click next, click here. Then you are going to write www, YouTube. Do not worry, I am going to give you a method and we click on YouTube and it no longer works. But there is an alternative that does give us access. If your device is fully updated, it will not give you the option to enter here. It no longer gives you that access enter here, but it does give you access to enter through the URL. There on some devices that are already so outdated it may tell you to update YouTube. If you have an older version it tells you to update YouTube. So what I recommend is to format it in. Enter again that for the second time yes or yes it will give you the option. We will click here the ball. It may appear on some devices like this. It is the same, they will click on it, they will click here accessibility. They will click here where it says accessibility. They click here in controls, they click here on settings. Blue letters, menu, enable this accessibility menu. Enable it, then once it is enabled, now what you are going to do is click here. Google Assistant and they are going to say open Google Maps and we are going to go to what is Google Maps. Here we have Google Maps. We are going to click here on the jump, then we are going to click here on this little ball that appears here. We are going to click now in settings, we select settings. Then we select settings, we click here notifications. Here we click on these notifications. We go back, we enter again, we exit. We click here on location, we click here, it is already enabled. We click here now accessible, we already click on accessible. We click here accessibility, that's it. We click here on location, Google location settings. All, here more, show system. Here is Google services, here on some devices it lets us. Here it also lets us disable Google Play services. But this function is no longer working on these devices that are updated, it no longer works on these phones that are updated. But if you have a previous version you are going to disable them. You are going to restart it and you are going to finish the video tutorial. It is a faster process for those people who do not allow you to disable Google services. Well yes it allows you to disable it, but when we restart it we are going to click on the keyboard. We select keyboard, when we disable and restart it will give us. It will ask us again for the Google account. Then here we are going to write according to the language of your phone. They are going to write open. Open my browser, already open my browser. So here it is in English, you can write it in Spanish the same, open my browser, and you are going to click on search, that will take you to this one, it will open that. Browser, let's see what happened. Open. My let's see, hit it. Again. Well, from here it leaves us, then we go back. Back, towards. Back, here back. Until we get back. Back. We're going to go back again to where the Google account is. We click here. We go back, we're going to enable Talbot, if it lets us from there. Then we're going to enable Talv, we're going to go back to here to where the Google account is going to appear, then now we're going to write. Again, let's see, let's wait for it to take us. There, let's wait here a few more seconds. In some cases it usually is that we always recommend that we don't fast forward the video tutorial. It's for this reason, so as not to miss any details, because sometimes we miss some details. Then this usually happens that we're not going to be given access. We're going to click here and we're going to write now. Yes, open. Now yes, here open my browser. We click here. If we see that suddenly it gave us right now with this little one, we're going to write and it may give us like this, then open like this. If it opens with that, we going to write again, then again open my browser. Now yes, we're going to write the little one. Then it will be that it's already given us working. It's opening for us. Let's write it again. It might not be working anymore. Open my browser. It seems like it's working for us. Open Google Chrome. Let's see, open Google Chrome, not either. Open Google Maps. It seems like it wants to let us in, then. It seems like it wants to let us in. Let's try again. Then we'll do it from here. Let's enter YouTube again. We give it the ball. We give it here in settings. We'll click here. We give it here in city and it doesn't let us either. Then what's happening? If it lets us, then we're going to restart the phone and apply it again. Well, I already restarted it. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's see why it's strange that it's not working. Let's write here on the keyboard, open my browser. Now let's click it again a second time to see if this time it does open. Now it is opening. If you can see that, I don't know why it didn't work there, but it always usually works. Some of the cases always times, well, this usually happens. But well, if you're watching the video tutorial step by step, you will go to realize some mistakes that we can sometimes make. Well, let's right here, we're going to click here in the little nut here, we're going To write the Xiaomi account, we're going to write a Xiaomi account if you don't have one. I recommend creating a new one. Well, here I'm adding what my Xiaomi account is ready. It's already added. Now what we're going to do is click here. Here it would take us to the Xiaomi Cloud option. We're going to click Xiaomi Cloud. Already being here, so what we're going to do is click here on continue. We're going to click continue. We give it all those configurations that it asks us. We now go back. Here we're going to give it all those permissions. We click here in backup. Here we're going to click here. We're going to click here in backup. We're going to restore the data. But what is the data that we're going to restore? I'm going to explain to you. Well, having said that, then what we're going to do is have another Xiaomi phone. What are we going to do? Let's go here to what is settings. Go to settings. Here we're going to look for the account. We're going to create a Xiaomi Cloud account. Here it is. Create an account Xiaomi, an MI account. An MI account. Then when you create the MI account, well, first we're going to download an application that we're going to be able to find from here. We download an application on my official page called Davicell. To write exactly as Ibicell, I'm going to show you how to write it. Write exactly as it appears there in WL. An option will appear that says David Cella or Android DTV. You're going to click on the page being here on the page. Several entries will appear. Several methods. You go to the last option here. You're going to be able to find this option that says Davicell apps. You're going to click here. You're also going to be able to find many methods. Many methods, also totally different methods in the latest Android. You're going to be able to find it directly from here. Having said that, then what we're going to do is now go down. I'm going to give lift here. There's an application that says here, that says this one that says direct access. You're not going to download. You're going to download this one that says APK the download. Then you download it. You're going to install it here. It's installed. After you install it, you're going to restore the data here. You click on it. You're going to do the same option. Oh my cloud. You go to the last option and you're going to click here where it says backup. Here you're going to backup now. Then what we're going to do is the following. We go to the device. Here we're going to click here where it says restore data. Here the backup will appear. It will appear. You have to look at the date on which you just made that backup. Uncheck the first one, click restore. Then you go back quickly, wait for it to load. When everything is completely loaded, then you will go to when everything has finished. We will wait a few seconds. I'm going to pause. What is this video tutorial? Ready, here it is updated. Once it has updated, then what we are going to do now is restart our phone. We are going to restart it. We are going to wait now until it restarts our phone. When it restarts our phone completely, we will finish being able to configure it. We are going to wait for it to finish restarting our devices completely. When it restarts, then we will finish the recovery process. That's why it's always good to watch the video tutorial step by step so that you don't miss any details and you can recover your device. Whether it has a screen lock or has a forgotten Google Gmail account. We have also told you that we also have other totally different methods in the video description or in the first pinned comment, so that you don't miss any details and you can solve this video tutorial. You can recover it completely. Well, here our phone completely restarted. What are we going to do now? Let's look for an application. For it to work for you have to restart it. Let's write exactly as this application appears. We are going to write it exactly. We give it here an assistant. We are going to press it on the keyboard now that it comes out. Assistant. We give it here on the keyboard. We are going to write here exactly as it appears here. We are going to write open, open. Open, we write application with a capital letter just as it appears. There, quiz short. Here it is. So we write everything up to the capital letter. We click on it, let's see if we write it correctly, it will open. If not, if it doesn't open because we haven't written it correctly. Now that we are here, then what we are going to do is the following. We are going to click here and we are going to write pug here, there it is. It is, we click on it and we click here where it says second space. The second option, we click here, entry, we click here, we are going to wait. We are going to wait for our second space to open. Now we click on continue, we give it the second option, continue. We click here on skip, ready. We click on skip and as we can see here we already have the icons, all the icons here. Now when we restart our phone the button will arrive. We can restart it. Let's restart it here, volume and power. We restart it, we're going to restart it. When our phone completely restarts, what we're going to do is be able to configure it. We're going to wait for it to restart. When it restarts, we're going to wait for it to restart. Here we are in the last steps. If you got here, it's because the video tutorial has been completely successful. You know, leave a good comment how our video tutorial has worked for you. If it has helped you, leave a good comment. Let's wait. When it restarts, it will take us directly to the beginning and it will take us to the latest updates. Let's wait for it to restart. We wait a few seconds, let's wait a few seconds. That's why it is always advisable to watch the video tutorial, step by step so that you don't miss any details. We also have another totally different method so that you can apply it. You can solve what is this recovery of our device. We wait for it to restart, we will wait for it to start. Here it is, as we can see we can now add what is the ASIN car and be able to use what is our device. Recommendation not to reset our phone for security, since we will be solving the recovery 100%.